Okay, so let's use illustrations and words to understand. Let's practice. It says write your answers on the lines and then print this page. You do not have to print it. You can just email it to me. It says read the story and look at the illustrations. So let's first look at the illustration they give us here. And what do I see? I see what looks like a young girl, and she's holding a pair of binoculars, and that helps us see things up closer. And it looks like she's standing with her parents, and they're standing beside a car, and they're looking at a sign that says Arkansas National Wildlife Refuge. Oh, so I'm putting all of these things together and I'm thinking to myself, oh, okay, she must be on vacation or maybe they're sightseeing. Let's see what the story is going to tell us about the picture. It says, a ride to the refuge. We're almost there, Dad said. I see the sign. He drove into a parking lot and stopped the car. Mom put her bird book into her pocket. She handed Sarah a pair of binoculars. You will see better with these, Mom said. Okay, so if I didn't know what the word binoculars meant, I would just look at the next sentence and it says, you will see better with these. And then I would be able to know that it was an instrument that helps me see better. Sarah looked through the binoculars. She saw a sign with a map of Texas. An arrow pointed to a spot on the Gulf Coast. The letters looked big. What does refuge mean? She asked. A refuge is a safe place, Mom said. This is a safe place for birds called whooping cranes. They climbed onto a bus with other people. As they rode, Sarah saw an alligator by the water. Sarah saw small birds in the water. Mom looked them up in the bird book. Then everyone looked through their binoculars and saw tall white birds. There they are, Mom said. The whooping cranes are feeding. Sarah watched one bird walk through the water. It poked at something with its bill. It caught a frog. We are lucky to see these birds, Dad said. Not many of them are left. I am glad they are safe here, Sarah said. Now I'm looking at the picture below and oh, so that's what whooping cranes look like. They're a fairly large bird. And I see all of the sightseers looking through their binoculars at the birds. They seem very excited. Okay, now they want us to answer the questions. Who are the main characters in the story? Okay, so who is the story mostly talking about? Okay, and I see a lot of talk about, I see Mom and I see Dad and I see Sarah. So I'm thinking that they are definitely the main characters in our story. What do you learn about the characters from looking at the illustrations? Okay, again, we're going to look at the illustrations. And what do we learn about our characters? Let's see what they're doing down here. What is the setting of the story? Do you remember what the word setting is? That's right, it's where a story takes place. What do you learn about the setting from looking at the illustrations? So what they want us to do is look at the illustrations and what do we learn about the setting? What do we learn about where the story takes place? What is the plot of the story? Do you remember what the word plot means? That's right. Those are the events in a story, the things that happen in the story. So what are some of the things that happens in the story? The best way to answer a question like this is to start from the beginning, tell what happened in the beginning, maybe something that happens in the middle, and then what happens in the end. And finally, number 4, how do the illustrations help you understand the plot better? So how do the pictures help you to learn about the events in the story?